Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Jordan, and welcome to Monday Moments. In this week, we are going to focus on the five senses and how it correlates with mindfulness. So, what exactly are the five senses? In case you don't know, the five senses are sight, touch, hearing, smell, and taste. So, how do we incorporate these five senses with mindfulness? Let's take a look at sight. Now, this can be done at any time throughout the day. If you're feeling anxious or nervous, if you have too many thoughts going through your head, if you just need a moment to relax, this is a great way to practice mindfulness. So, wherever you are, cast your eyes around and bring your attention to five things you normally might not notice. Choose things that you wouldn't ordinarily pay attention to. These can be things like a shadow, a small crack in the wall, maybe even a loose pen, pencil. Look all around and notice five things that you normally wouldn't see. I am currently in my bedroom and I see a little crack in the vent. I see a smudge on my mirror. I see a fuzzy hat. I have one of my cat toys in here. And I even see a sock. What things do you notice around you? The next sense we're going to look at is touch. For touch, notice four things that you can feel. Bring your awareness to those four things. What do they feel like? Is it the texture of your clothing? Do you feel a breeze on your skin? Do you feel the smooth surface of a table where your hands are resting? What are four things you can feel? I currently can feel my feet on the ground. I feel the chair that I'm sitting on. I can feel the clothing I'm wearing. And I can feel the blanket that I'm draping over my legs. What four things do you feel? Once you notice four things that you can feel, we'll move on to what we can hear. So, notice three things that you can hear. Try to tune into the sounds of your surroundings. What do you hear in the background? You might hear a bird singing outside. You might hear the humming of a fan. You might hear cars driving by outside. Notice three things that you can currently hear. I can hear my fan going. I can hear the television on downstairs. and I can hear the cars driving by outside. What three things do you hear? Once you notice them, we'll move on to our sense of smell. Tune your senses into smells you might usually gloss over. They can be pleasant or unpleasant. Perhaps the wind is carrying the scent of the trees or flowers outside. Maybe if you're walking around, you smell the smells coming out of a restaurant. Wherever you are, stop and notice two things that you can smell. I can currently smell the coffee from my coffee cup. And we just gave our cat a bath, so our cat smells nice and clean. Whenever you have the two things that you can smell, we'll move on to one thing we can taste. Focus on the thing that you can taste right now in this moment. Maybe you're taking a sip of juice or water. Maybe you just had lunch. What do you notice the taste in your mouth? I just had coffee, so I currently taste coffee in my mouth. Once you've noticed the taste that you can taste, you've successfully completed the 5 senses mindfulness. This practice can be used at any time throughout the day, whenever you just need a moment. Great work, everyone. Now that we've practiced our 5 sense mindfulness, we're going to move on to part 2. Hi, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our Monday Moments. So, for part 2 of Monday Moments, I thought we could have fun with our 5 sense mindfulness practice by making ourselves a little snack. So, I figured we would make ants on a log, which is simple and you can adapt it into any way, any recipe that you want to. For this recipe, I'm using celery sticks, and then I have a plate with peanut butter, golden raisins, and regular raisins. So, let's start. So our 5 senses we're going to focus on. Our first one is sight. So what are 5 things we can see? Well, we can see our plates that our food is resting on. We can see our actual food itself. So celery would be 2. And then we have 3 different kinds of food. Golden raisins, regular raisins, and peanut butter. So that would be 5 things that I can see. Now there's a lot more, but we're going to just focus on 5. So our next one is 4 things that we can feel with our hands. So what are 4 things you'd be able to feel? Well, you can feel the texture of the raisins. I can feel how flexible the celery is. I can feel the metal of my spoon. And I can feel the hardness of my countertop. So just remember to keep in mind 4 things that you can feel. Now, what are 3 things you can hear? So, as we put this together, I can hear the peanut butter sliding on the celery stalk. I can also hear the spoon hitting against the plate. The other thing I can hear are my dogs who are panting over there trying to get themselves a snack. So you see, it may not be something that's exactly what you're doing, but just make sure you're paying attention and you're listening. All right. So now that we've got the 3 things that we can hear, we're going to do 2 things that we can smell, remember? So, what are 2 things that you would be able to smell here? I can smell peanut butter. Smells so good. I can also smell the sweetness of our raisins and the cleanness of our celery. And now our last one is taste. So we're going to take a bite. It's really good. I can taste the cleanness of the celery, all the peanuts and the peanut butter. I can taste the sweetness of the raisins. It's all very, very good. So I hope you guys enjoy your snack, and make sure to keep in mind all your mindfulness practices, and make sure to practice your mindfulness as often as you can. I hope you had fun this week. Enjoy your snack, and we'll see you next week. Have a great one, everyone.